Hey friends, and welcome back to the Reddit Rainbow. Y'all, I found a story with an update. Grab your vibes and delights, and let's jump in. And yes, if you were in my live last week, yes, I did read this story, but let's jump into it, okay? My girlfriend is getting close to another man who I know is interested in her. Grab your vibes and your delights, and let's jump in. My girlfriend and I have been together for 5 years. We're both in our mid 20s, met in college, and have been living together for about 3 years. A little over 6 months ago, we had to find a new place to live rather quickly. Thankfully, we found a great place in the city, a little on the expensive side, but we make it work. A week into living here, my girlfriend met one of our neighbors, Jenna, who lives almost directly across the hall. Jenna lives there with her boyfriend, and they're roughly our age, maybe a couple years older. By the end of December, my girlfriend and Jenna had become pretty well acquainted. I don't know if I'd say friends because they never hung out outside of them inviting us to dinner and vice versa, but I do think my girlfriend and Jenna texted every now and then. Jenna is nice enough, but her boyfriend Sam is a fucking asshole. He's arrogant and entitled, and I do not like him. My girlfriend didn't like him either in the beginning. Her words, ooh, but eventually seemed to warm up to him. Eventually, we learned that the two of them are in an open relationship. I've never really understood the whole open relationship thing, and it's not for you to understand if it's not for you, but understood, okay? What works for some people doesn't work for everybody, and that's okay. All right. It's not my business, so I ultimately don't care. What does bother me is I've caught Sam straight up checking out my girlfriend. I've noticed Jenna noticing it too and becoming uncomfortable with it. I didn't think my girlfriend had noticed at first. About 2 months ago, when my girlfriend and I were coming home for dinner with a friend, we heard the two of them screaming at each other from inside their apartment. My girlfriend wanted to knock and see if things were okay. For what? I wanted to leave it alone. So we knocked. Okay. Sam answered and says it wasn't the best time, and Jenna pushed past him and left with a suitcase. He called after her, but she told him to go fuck himself, and that was it. Damn. 2 weeks later, we didn't hear a thing from either of them. My girlfriend texted Jenna asking if she was okay and got no response. It doesn't sound like they were that close anyway, so I guess. But anyway, this next bit I only know because my girlfriend told me. She caught Sam as he was leaving and she was coming home from work, and she asked him if things were okay. He confirmed that they broke up and that Jenna has moved out completely. The next day, while I was at work, my girlfriend went to his place to see how he was doing, and he explained to her what happened. It's not really relevant, but because I know some people may be curious, apparently he cheated and Jenna broke up with him. I feel like there's more to the story, but I don't know if that's all Sam told my girlfriend or if that's all she told me. And ever since, my girlfriend and Sam have been texting pretty much every day, if not every other day. I told her I'm a little uncomfortable with how close they've gotten, and she says she feels bad because he doesn't really have anyone now. Okay, but that's not your responsibility. He's not your family, and he's not your partner. I told her it's his fault for being a cheater, and it bothered me that she had sympathy for him. She agreed to dial it back, but said she won't ignore him completely. Then I asked two really stupid questions. The first one was if she was attracted to Sam. I expected her to say no, honestly, because she's always told me that I'm exactly her type, looks and personality, and him and I are completely different. She said that's not a fair question. And when I asked why, she said she should be allowed to find other men attractive without it being an issue. And I said that it's different when it's a guy who's been eye fucking her at every opportunity. I took her silence after that as a yes. I also took it to mean that she actually did notice him checking her out. Wow. You may have felt stupid for asking the question, but it seems like it was the right question, sir. The second stupid question was if she had the opportunity to sleep with him guilt free, would she? Now, this I might consider a stupid question because there's no good answer to that question unless you know without a shadow of a doubt that she would say no. But at the same time, again, depending on what we know so far, I wouldn't call it stupid. I'd say it's the right question. She again said, I'm being unfair because if she says yes, then I'll be pissed, even though she'd have permission to do it. So my response was, so that's a yes, right? Like, we were quiet for a while after that until someone texted her. She looked at the message and then looked away, and I asked who it was, and she didn't answer me, and I got visibly upset. I started walking to our bedroom and grabbed a bag to pack some clothes, and she followed me and said that they're just friends. Okay. I asked if she would be willing to show me her phone, and she hesitated but said yes, but the hesitation was enough for me. Dang, that sucks. I grabbed my bag and my laptop and I told her I just needed to get away from her for a while to clear my head. She asked what that meant and I said I have to think about some things and left. So here I am sitting in a hotel wondering what the fuck is happening in my relationship and wondering if I screwed things up, if she did or if we both did. Now, normally I would stop and read the comments, right? But there is an update. So let's jump into this update called My Girlfriend's Getting Too Close with Another Man Who I Know Is Interested in Her. Okay. Lots of people said that I made a lot of mistakes. Not checking her phone, not confronting him, leaving after our fight. In hindsight, I guess, but I just didn't want to be there anymore in that moment. I was able to reach out to Jenna, and she confirmed her and Sam had an open relationship, but it was one-sided, which she said worked for the longest time until it didn't. She said she told Sam after the first time we were invited for dinner that my girlfriend was off limits. Then she confirmed she came home and caught them kissing. She also said it's not the first time that he's broken the rules. She apologized for not telling me sooner, but said she just wants to put him behind her, so she also asked me not to contact her again. Wow. I called my sister afterwards, and she's the one who helped me find Jenna's socials, and we talked about me coming home for a while to clear my head. I said that entirely depends on what I find when I get home. I might have been able to forgive a kiss. Don't do that. There's always going to be insecurity. You already felt insecure in the last post because she was seemingly liking a dude who was your exact opposite. So don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. When I got home last night, our apartment was empty. It surprised me how not surprised I was that she wasn't there. I put my things down, took a deep breath, and went to his apartment. And when he answered, I pushed on the door to open it wider, and my attention went immediately to her. I asked her if we could talk alone, and when she didn't move and looked at him, I said fuck it and pushed past him into the apartment. He sarcastically told me to come in and close the door. Man, shut the fuck up. Anyway, I told them I knew about the kiss, and she looked surprised, and he didn't. He said, "You talked to Jenna then." And I said, yeah, she told me everything. And he said he doubts that. I said, yeah, I know that he cheated on Jenna before, and he admitted that he broke the rules of their relationship before, but said Jenna isn't a saint either. He said their relationship was incredibly toxic on both sides, and I said she seemed like a good person to me. He said, I don't know her. They were together for 7 years, and he knows her better than anyone, and I said I didn't believe him. That part is a little wishy-washy, but usually a narcissist or someone who's like a horrible abuser, serial cheater, whatever, they're always going to be like, my crazy ex, or she was crazy, you're not like her, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely don't believe him at all. I'm pretty sure he was the catalyst for a lot of the toxicity in the relationship. But anyway, I digress. My girlfriend told me that Jenna sent her really nasty messages when she texted her asking if she was okay and tried to apologize. And I shrugged and said, so? She had every right to be angry. Yes. And also, like, why did you even pretend like you were going to check on her, right? You could have just, why did you feel the need to knock on the door? Like, this is just nasty. This lady is nasty. Like, I hate it. So she had every right to be angry, right? Sam immediately jumped to her defense. The girlfriend, I guess the ex-girlfriend, I don't know. Anyway, Sam immediately jumped to her defense and said that she was angry at me. Paige, I guess the OP's girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. Anyway, Paige didn't know the rules of the relationship, so for all she knew, the kiss was within them, and you were okay lying to her about it. She should be able to choose. And even though it's fucked up and it sounds like she probably would have did it anyway, you know what I'm saying? She still was robbed of the choice in the first place. And I just kind of feel like what else is he not telling this girl? You know what I'm saying? Who knows what else? It was quiet for about a minute, and then I asked my girlfriend how long it took after I left for her to come knocking on his door, and she told me I left her in relationship limbo and didn't know if I was even coming back, which didn't answer my question, but I dropped it because I knew I was never going to get an honest answer. And also, I bet you she probably immediately texted him. I don't think she came knocking. I'm pretty sure she texted him and let herself in. But anyway, I didn't need to ask if they had slept together because she was in her underwear and a t-shirt and he was only wearing sweatpants. Wow. How long has it even been? So I just double checked, and the original post is from 11 days ago and the update is from 9. So that means that 2 days had passed before all of this transpired. So that means it was at least 2 days or so that, wow, that's not even long enough for you to consider relationship limbo. A lot of people at least beg and plead for like a few days before they give up. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I went to leave and told her I'm moving back home and I'll be emailing our landlord and telling him I want out of the lease and that she'll be taking it over completely. She said she couldn't afford that, and I told her I don't care. Then I left. I called my sister and she's making arrangements to come get me, but she's 9 hours away and won't be able to make it until tomorrow or Tuesday. It gives me time to pack my shit at least. I'm not exactly loving that I'll be staying here for a day or two. Unfortunately, I can't turn off my feelings for her, and knowing she's across the hall getting shaboinged by another man isn't awesome, but I can't afford the hotel again. I don't really know what I'm feeling right now. I just went from anger to sadness to anger again, and now I just feel numb. You're in the beginning stages of grief, and I feel like you're kind of in shock almost right now, but eventually that will give way to something. Just let it roll, bro. As someone mentioned on a recent post of mine, someone said it is so hard mourning people who are still alive. It's hard mourning relationships. It's hard mourning friendships. It's even worse when they're really, really not here, but it's something really messed up when they are. I can't wait to hear what y'all think about that tea, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, guys, comment below, tell me your thoughts, tell me your stories, and I can't wait to hear what you guys think. Join the Discord, send me your suggestions, and until then, I'll catch y'all later. Hey friends, oh my gosh, I just came back from the coolest meeting. I just met with a super delightful shop here in Dallas. I got promoted recently and I made a post talking about how proud I was of myself, and I said that I was gonna go here. Well, I went there. And that shop is throwing an event at the end of the month and I'm gonna help them promote it. Yes, you heard that correctly. They're having an event at the end of the month at this special shop here in Dallas. And they asked me to help them. Little old me. It's 2 wins within a week and it's an amazing thing. Y'all, I'm so excited. Also, thank you guys so much because I wouldn't be here without y'all, and I'm just so happy and proud. I love you guys.